Welcome, pioneers, to another exciting year at East Ridge High School. Today, I will be reviewing the master schedule for our school and highlighting some of its important features. But before we start with the master schedule, let's take a look at the bell schedule. East Ridge operates essentially on a traditional block schedule with an added year-long class referred to as a skinny. As you see here, first, third, fourth, and fifth blocks are 80 minutes in length, while second block is only 50 minutes. East Ridge utilizes this skinny period not only for some electives, but more importantly for intervention strategies and progress towards school goals. An example of the latter would be on Wednesdays, where students attend their advisory class instead of their curriculum skinny to check in with their assigned advisor. This is a time to monitor student behavior and grades, deliver character curriculum, and communicate important grade level information from administration. Now, let's take a minute to review how the bell schedule will look at the beginning of the school year and prepare for other changes to the schedule. This information will help you plan more efficiently once you take a look at the master schedule. For the first 5 days of school, students will report to advisory, referred to here as homeroom, for the first 30 minutes of the day. This means first and third blocks will be shortened, while second block remains relatively unaffected. Because of the lunch schedule, fourth and fifth blocks will not be affected on these days. Be sure to plan for the time differences in classes from the morning to the afternoon. Also note the pep rally and 2-hour delay schedules. Traditionally, East Ridge will hold a pep rally before every home football game, so be sure to plan ahead for time lost. Other assemblies will be held throughout the year and will be announced in advance through email. Now, let's dig into some of the master schedule and discuss its design. As we discussed, please note that the first semester is coded in blue and second semester in orange. Administration works closely with guidance and the leadership team to determine the needs of the building, which can be addressed through the schedule. While not everything can be addressed at once, the schedule does create a plan for improving student performance. The first indication of that can be seen in the tiered intervention courses offered during second block in English and math. In response to recent student performance data, English and math have become focused initiatives for the school. Currently, students in 9th and 10th grade are identified for tiered intervention and scheduled accordingly. For further reinforcement, East Ridge operates a freshman academy, where a group of teachers teach only 9th graders and meet consistently to discuss student progress. This creates a more familiar teacher-student environment for the freshmen as they adjust to high school. Another math initiative you see is the division of algebra courses. All algebra courses are taught year-round, but during standard block times. This A and B design allows teachers more time for progress monitoring and reteaching. Other student performance initiatives in the schedule include focused sections for English language learners in math and science, sales courses as an intervention for seniors, repeater math courses, construction academy courses in math and English, and ACT prep courses for all juniors in the spring, where students will complete a 4-subject ACT rotation every 3 weeks before the state-designated in-school ACT test date. The schedule offers a wide variety of levels for students, including honors, AP, and dual enrollment. Along with these offerings, you may see that the planning blocks for core teachers has been coordinated. In the core subjects, teachers must meet weekly in their professional learning community, or PLC. It is at the discretion of each department how these are organized, but typically this will be by common prep. Common plan time allows these teachers with common preps to meet during the school day to plan, develop SMART goals, and analyze student data. Also note that no teacher is scheduled a planning block during second block, which is only 50 minutes, and that plan periods may change second semester. East Ridge has a strong student involvement in Career and Technical Education, or CTE, and Reserve Officers Training Corps, or ROTC. It is because of this high involvement in courses like plumbing, electrical systems, foundations of construction, and engine maintenance and repair that the school also has a construction academy, where, as previously mentioned, math and English teachers coordinate instruction with construction teachers. These core teachers have classrooms within the construction building to assist the integrated effort. While ROTC does have common plan, many of the non-core subject departments do not, as they are not currently asked to meet in PLCs, and the wide variety of offerings would make such a plan highly difficult. Also note that exceptional education teachers spend most of their time rotating to inclusion classrooms. These periods are left blank on the master schedule until student schedulers are finalized. At that point, classrooms in need of inclusion are identified. Class size is also a consideration in the schedule, and while regular education classes can reach around 30 students, ESL, inclusion, construction, and other intervention classes will be smaller in size. It is also important to address some things that do not show up on the master schedule. Administration asks teachers to keep Tuesday afternoons free for faculty meetings and in-school professional development. Be sure to avoid scheduling appointments on Tuesdays. The school also has a disciplinary interventions for students which teachers need to be aware of. A teacher who has been approved for extended contract hours will hold detentions in the library Monday through Thursday, but teachers may also hold students for detention in their rooms for 30 minutes. Longer detention periods should be handled formally through the detention coordinator. Students may also be placed in ISS, or in-school suspension, as a discipline measure. If an administrator assigns your student to ISS, you will receive an email and a work request form in your mailbox at least one day in advance. Be sure to provide work for your student before the first bell, as they will not attend your class that day. Other disciplinary measures may place a student in extended or evening school, in which you are also responsible for sending work. You will not be required to send work to students in Saturday school, but you may at your own discretion. Knowing the hours and procedures of these after-school programs is important for keeping up with student work and for your other assigned duties. All teachers are responsible for either bus or lunch duty throughout the year. As such, it is important to review the school hours. Students are not to be on school property before 6:45 a.m., at which time the doors will open. Students may then report to the cafeteria for breakfast or the old gym for supervision until 7:05. At that time, students are released to first period, which begins at 7:15. At the end of the day, students must leave the campus by 2:30 unless under the supervision of teacher or staff member or attending a school-sponsored event. Your responsibility to enforce these restrictions falls within your assigned duties and should be considered part of your master schedule. First, few teachers are assigned lunch duty. Only those assigned fourth block planning are eligible, and often duties are covered by administration and other staff. It is important to note when your class will eat lunch, though. Most freshmen will eat first lunch, and most physical education and construction core classes will have fourth lunch, leaving most core teachers with second or third. Be sure to note the start and end times with the bell schedule to plan according for fourth block, particularly if you have second or third lunch, which will divide your instruction time. Finally, most teachers will be assigned morning and afternoon bus duty on a 6-week rotating schedule. Take note of your rotation and place it in your calendar, as these duties will cut into your prep time before and after school for that week. Note the locations for morning and afternoon duty, as they may be different. See administration for any questions regarding duty time or place. I hope this has been an informative overview of our master schedule. If you have any further questions, feel free to email me or stop by room 216 for clarification. Thank you and welcome to East Ridge High School.